Hi everyone, so I'm back with part 2 of week 51, and this is pretty much just Saturday because my week at work was just hectic and I was just so tired. I think I did a couple of 12-hour days at work and things, so I just didn't get any photos at all. But the Saturday and Sunday was very fun because I actually had a day left over for annual leave, so I booked off the Saturday because Joe had the Saturday off, so it meant that we could go down to London and do some fun things. So we originally had something booked for the Sunday because I always had the Sunday off together, so we was just going to go down for the day. But then when I could get the Saturday off, I thought, well, we might as well make a weekend of it. So we went down on the Saturday and came home on the Sunday. But we didn't stay in London. We actually stayed in a town, just a 20-minute train ride away, basically, because it's a lot cheaper to stay there than it is in London city centre. And we was only there for the day. We weren't doing anything in the evening, so it made sense that we was happy to travel in and out. But yeah, so we had some fun things booked. We started at the London Transport Museum, and that was really fun. It's something that we've wanted to do for a long time, and we realised that we got 2-for-1 vouchers. So yeah, we went and it was really fun. We spent about 2 hours there. That's in Covent Garden. And the first photo there is actually the decorations that Covent Garden have up for Christmas. They had all these lovely like bells and ribbons and the Christmas tree, and also like a Santa's sleigh and things. So it was really, really pretty. I am going to do a section in my London album when I get round to it with all these bits and pieces, because I've got quite a few photos of all the stuff that we did. So obviously don't want to ignore it. I want to put it in my London albums. So I will do that, but these are obviously just a snippet of what we did over the Saturday. So I've got the pictures of the decorations in Covent Garden, and then the second photo that's going to go in the middle is an overlook of the London Transport Museum. So that's going to go in there. This pocket page is very difficult to use because it requires quite a few photos or quite a few cut aparts that are in landscape, and I don't always take landscape photos, and if I do, they tend to be of like a big event, which I don't want to sort of make into a 3x4. I want them to be a 6x4. So I do sometimes struggle with this one, but this collection is really good for it. It's got loads of 3x4s in the landscape, and because we went to London, I knew I had a load of photos. When I was doing this, I realised that the week later it might be a bit harder because we didn't have as much things going on. We were still in London on the Sunday, so I had some pictures from that and things, so it worked out, but I wasn't thinking really of the next page when I did this. So that's something you have to consider when you're doing Project Life, is to make sure that both sides are going to fit. But yeah, no, it was fine. So I'm going to use one cut apart in the 6x4, but then I'm going to use one photo in the other one, and it's just, again, some pictures of London at in the evening. This is off Oxford Street, I think it's Regent Street, and it's got all the lovely decorations down there and like the angel design, and I managed to get a photo with one of the red buses in there, and I just think it looks really nice. It's very difficult sometimes to get Christmas light photos. They don't always come out as pretty as they look in real life, but I did try, and I like how this one came out. So at first I stick that sticker down, but then I thought I've got no space to journal anywhere on this layout, so I end up unsticking that sticker and then stamping a little label out so I can write a bit about it. And then I do obviously fill out my gaps with some of the cut aparts. I tried not to double up on the sayings, like sometimes there's a lot of season, a lot of Christmas, a lot of spirits, so I did try and sort of mix it up a little bit and not use the same sort of sayings. That's the only problem with this collection, is they're quite samey, but I managed to make it work. And as I said, I like the colours. I like the dark red and the dark green. I think they look really nice. So yeah, as I said, I'm just going to put that little label there, and I can write a little bit about what we did in London, and then put it in there. Then, as I said, we didn't stay in London. We actually stayed, as I said, a town a bit further out. So we left quite early, but we actually managed to see some more bits whilst we were in London. We thought we'd just do the London Transport Museum, have a wander around, but Oxford Street was so busy that I stopped shopping, really. I went to one shop and I was like, no, I can't be dealing with this. It was so busy. Obviously, it was like the weekend before Christmas. I think it was it wasn't Mad Friday. It was the weekend before Mad Friday. So, yeah, we didn't stay as late as we wanted to. intended to, but we did have time to go to the Postal Museum, which again we've wanted to go to for a long time. So it's all about the postal system here in the UK, and it's just a fun thing. It was actually quite expensive, to be honest, but we've always wanted to go, and we had time, so we thought we'd go along. You do get like a little train ride included, and it takes you into the depths underground of how they used to transport London post across London. So that was really fun. So that's a picture of Joe just on the little train there. And it wasn't too busy, which is good, but it's quite small, so it didn't take us too long. So we enjoyed that. And then we headed back to the town that we were staying at. It was a place called Stevenage, just outside London, and it's only 20 minutes by train. But we went and had some food. Again, it was Saturday night, so we had to wait a little bit, but we went to Joe's favourite restaurant, which is Wagamama's, and we had some food there before walking back to our hotel. So we only stayed at a Premier Inn, and it was fine. It was cheap enough. I think it was like 40-50 quid, but you wouldn't get anything like that in London, in the centre of London. So for us, it's just easy just to stay outside and travel in by train. And the next thing we had on Sunday, which you'll see next week, we didn't have booked until 1 o'clock in the afternoon, so we had plenty of time to go back in on the Sunday. So I hope you enjoyed this layout, and I'll be back soon. Bye.